On June 16, 2022, a 70-year-old man shot and killed 3 people at a church in Vestavia Hills, Alabama.
A deadly shooting at an Alabama church, a gunman opening fire at a potluck dinner, fatally killing 2 people. We learned a 3rd person has now died as well. Police called to the scene of an active shooter, a hero inside the church, pinning the gunman down until authorities arrived. The Stevens Episcopal Church, the latest safe space, then struck by gun violence. Tonight, the suspect, a 70-year-old man who had been seen at the church before, has now been charged.
Multiple patients at this time.
Late today, officials say Robert Finlay Smith, seen here in this newly released mugshot with a black eye, opened fire at St. Stephen's Episcopal Church during a potluck dinner on Thursday.
He produced a handgun and began shooting, striking 3 victims.
The founder of that church saying his wife spotted the suspect there more than once.
My wife says that he looked like he didn't take very good care of himself, and he had a hard time communicating with people.
Police crediting another attendee with stopping the shooting, taking the gunman down and pinning him until officers arrived.
It was extremely critical in saving lives. The person that subdued the suspect, in my opinion, is a hero.
Officials identifying the victims as 84-year-old Jane Pounds, 75-year-old Sarah Yeager, and 84-year-old Walter Bargraney.
As always, when we take a deeper look into this event, it becomes obvious that this was another orchestrated satanic ritual meant to exalt the devil and his antichrist. Let's get into it. The shooting occurred on June 16, which gives us the number 616, the number of the beast, as found in Papyrus 115. The shooting occurred in Vestavia Hills, and the local high school is called the Rebels. This is a reference to the rebellious fallen angels. The shooting happened on a Thursday or Thor's Day, which is a reference to the god of thunder and lightning. We know that lightning in Hebrew is Barak. Thus, this shooting was meant to point to Barack Obama as the beast 616. It is important to note that Thor was conflated with Vulcan, the god of fire, who also wielded a hammer as a god of blacksmiths and smithing in general. This is why the shooter's last name was Smith. The suspect was identified as 70-year-old Robert Finlay Smith. Notice the one-eyed symbolism here, which is a reference to the Antichrist as well. He is also wearing an orange jumpsuit, which is a reference to the sun god. The shooter was booked into Jefferson County Jail at 3:33 p.m. The Hebrew letter Gamel is the 3rd letter of the alphabet. It represents both C and G. Thus, 333 is CCC or GGG, which is 666. Robert Finlay Smith was 70 years old. The number 70 in Greek is the letter O or Omicron, once again pointing to Barack Obama. Omicron was also connected to being crowned with the venom of the serpent, as it was the name of one of the variants of the coronavirus or King's disease. This is also the reason the shooting was orchestrated to occur at St. Stephen's Episcopal Church. The name Stephen means crown or to be crowned with victory. The reference to being crowned with victory also connects back to Obama's presidential portrait, which, when combined with Nas's album King's Disease, depicts Obama being crowned by fiery red seraphim. Since this shooting involves crowning the Antichrist with victory, and it occurred at a church, it also connects back to the alligator that showed up at Victory Church, and is a reference to Revelation 13:7, which declares, "And it was given unto him to make war with the saints, and to overcome them, and power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. When we break down the meaning of his name, things get even more interesting. Robert means to